Hey, this is Blakey Rat. I'm going to be playing Pinball Arcade on Xbox One. The pinball game is Tales of the Arabian Nights. I don't know if you guys are fans of pinball. I appreciate pinball games. I'm not a pinball wizard. I'm going to get the terminology wrong, and I'm going to be bad about explaining things. I'm just going to warn you right off the bat. I'm not like a huge pinball enthusiast, but I do enjoy playing it. So let's go ahead and get started. This game actually has quite a few mechanics for a pinball game. It kind of impressed me. It's obviously a later generation, like a 90s game. It has a lot of technology that isn't in earlier games. There's a lot of use of electromagnets under the board to hold the ball in place and to do wacky things with the ball, which actually kind of is fun. Of course, this is a computer simulation of the pinball game, but it's probably a pretty accurate one, I'm sure. I'm sure the developers of Pinball Arcade did their best to simulate it as good as possible. And this is a physical pinball game that you can, in theory, find in arcades, but I don't know how many arcades will have still have pinballs. So what I'm doing is, basically, the goal of this game is to get the 7 jewels and rescue the princess who has been trapped by an evil genie. You can see the lights for the 7 jewels are right there above the bumpers. And the light that is flashing is the jewel I'm currently working on. So the basic concept is when you hit the genie, he starts a story, one of the 7 stories in the Arabian Nights collection of stories, and you complete the story to earn the jewel. There are other ways to earn the jewel. You can get wishes. You get wishes by spinning the lamp, as you can see there. And I believe you can also get jewels by defeating the genie. But I'm going to be also frank, not only am I not pinball wizard, I'm not 100% certain of the mechanics of this game.
Ball 1 is locked.
So, you saw that animation there, the ball was locked. What that means is that we hit the genie enough times to spell out the word genie. Every time you hit him, you get a different letter. You hit him 5 times, you spell out the word genie. That enables a multi-ball mode, which basically will lock 2 balls, and then the 3rd ball can be used to trigger multi-ball by hitting the genie while 2 balls are locked. Fun.
The tail of the
we also started another tail, so that means one of these yellow flashing ramps has the jewel. We don't know which one, so we have to just kind of hit them all, but I believe in this playthrough I get from the wish, so it doesn't matter. Here we go. So I'm making a wish to collect the jewel instead of doing the story as required. Anyway, I happened to be recording this. I was playing the stream. I never really got around to starting the stream, but the most amazing thing happened while I was recording this pinball game is I actually won it, and I have never in my life won a pinball game, so I was very excited about that. So you'll see that about the, I don't know, 10-minute mark or so. We'll get there. That is ball number 2 locked, so we've almost gotten to multi-ball mode. We're on our 3rd ball, and if we hit the genie with our 3rd ball, that will unlock multi-ball. And the genie is... Oh, wow. Did you see that shot there? That was fucking amazing. I shot it, like, behind the ramp. Anyway, I always love the little genie animation on the screen there. So in multi-ball mode, you get 3 balls simultaneously, and most of the scoring points are active, so you can rack up the points if you keep your balls in play as long as possible. You also get a bonus jackpot if you hit the genie with any of the 3 balls. It's actually, as you can see, I'm not doing very well at that. I said before that the genie is fairly easy to hit, but I'm failing at it right now. But either way, I've already lost 1 ball, now I've lost 2 balls, but I still have 1 ball left. Now it's just back to regular play because you just have a single ball and the multi-ball mode is over. It's kind of fun. There's 2 multi-balls in this game. The genie one that I just did, there's also one if you spell the word harem. I've never managed to collect that one because it's actually really difficult. The harem is the triangular 3 bumpers in the far upper right of the board, and it's very difficult to get the ball in there. I do it occasionally, but not really on purpose. I just got an extra ball for scoring 8 million points. It's pretty good.
Shoot for the golden pinball.
So you can see from the lights at the bottom, I now have 2 of the gems, and there's a 3rd one flashing, which I'm currently working on. And that is the Camel Race, if I remember right. I think I complete the race. There we go. Oh yeah, I just completed the race by shooting up the correct ramp and getting another jewel. Oh no, the genie's gonna fire fireballs at me. So the way this mechanic works, the genie gets angry at you and he throws a fireball, right? The fireball is the pinball. And if you shoot that ramp on the right, you just saw the bonus go up. The more you shoot that ramp, the higher your bonus goes. That ramp also is relatively easy to hit. But I'm not 100% reliable at it. There we go. Your bonus can max out at 1,000,000 points, which is quite a few points. But and then once the bonus is maxed out, what you want to do is hit the genie like I just did. That temporarily shuts him down. It basically is throwing the fireball back at the genie with all the bonus points. You get all the points, and the genie shuts up for a while. But you can see that the genie will throw another fireball when you hit the score target that it gave on the screen there. Compelling pinball. I really like pinball games. They are so like just flashy and I don't know. It's like classic arcade. It's just like it's all about attracting attention. There's not a lot of gameplay to them. You lose. I mean, the games are designed to eat your quarters. Basically, it's just pure entertainment. It's not a Skyrim here. It's just pure entertainment. And of course, there are many ways to lose your balls that involve you not screwing up at all. I mean, there's the side channels that the ball can get in. The ball can also pass directly in between the two bumpers with no chance to hit them. And that's always frustrating when it happens, but you know, it just happens. It steals your quarters, and that's just what it does. I'm unashamed about it. Luckily, this game is in free play mode, and it's also simulated on a computer, so there's that. So, let's see. It looks like I have 4 gems. I'm working on a 5th. Oh, hey, I hit the extra ball light. Not only did I hit the extra ball light, but after that, the ball rolled into the bazaar. And it actually bumped the lamp and then rolled back into the bazaar, which means I get to make another wish. Which means I always go for the jewel. I don't go for the scoring. If you were trying to maximize your score, you might want to go for the scoring bonus, but I never did. I always went for the jewels because I wanted to complete the game, see what the end of the game looked like. There's a cool little effect while it's counting your lamp bonus. A lamp bonus is basically depends on how many times you spun the lamps, but you can see it has that row of blue lights in the center of the board, and it counts those down as it does the lamp bonus. I thought that was pretty cool. I charmed another snake there. That's always good.
The tale of Alibaba.
Okay, I think, I'll be honest, I don't remember how to spell sesame. I don't know where the lights are on the board, and I've looked at this board very carefully to see where the lights are for sesame, and I haven't been able to find it. But it doesn't matter, because I get a wish instead. I made the wish to grab the jewel. Oh, shit!
You now possess the jewel of the
I possess every jewel except one. I always thought, by the way, when the genie's fireball is lit, I always thought it looks like he's holding a pom-pom. It's not a very high-resolution screen, as you can tell. It's just, I don't know, like a 500 by 300 LED screen or something like that. And I always thought the little, it doesn't look much like a fireball. That's what I'm saying. It looks like pom-poms. Okay, come on. This ball's kind of dead. Let's get the ball moving. There we go. That's a good opportunity to get some. Oops. Whoa, I wasted that. Get the ball moving. There we go. Hit that genie.
The tale of Scheherazade.
By the way, they misspelled Scheherazade in the screen. I think they ran out of space and just thought no one would notice the missing A. Okay, we got another genie fireball. This is another case where you could shoot up the ramp to build up your bonus, which is what we're doing. And again, fortunately, that ramp's pretty easy to hit. Like all pinball games, there's a random element here. This game actually does simulate bumping the board tilt. So you can, if you want to try to tilt and make your shots a little better. I don't do that in this playthrough.
You must release me from the
Hey,
bottle. Shoot the golden
that was our last
symbol.
gem. We're about one.
Battle the skeletons.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh my god. Skeletons. Okay, so the way you kill the skeletons is you hit the gold targets. It's actually one of the Arabian Nights stories also involves hitting the gold targets, so it's not new. Every time you hit a gold target, the skeletons violently explode in the screen there and give you 500,000 points, which is great. And then you can see there's a little animation that shows how many skeletons are left. So there's 2 skeletons left. Doing pretty good at these skeletons. And you can see the 2 flashing targets. One's at the very back behind the lamp, the other one's on the far right side. They're actually, both of those are relatively difficult to hit. And, oh, no, never mind. I guess we hit the one in the far back. Now it's just the one on the far right. Oh, I lost the ball during the end game sequence. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. You don't lose any progress. What you do is you just start it over again at the whatever skeletons you had left over. That's what you get to fight. So let's do our skill shot. Try to get that middle hole. Oh, I missed it. So the snake bit the guy. And then all we have to do is we have to hit that rightmost channel. Oh, or it looks like the leftmost one is blinking too, so we can hit either of those two. There we go. That was the last skeleton. Look at him explode. Okay, now this is great. Unlimited balls. So this is the end game. This is the boss battle. Me versus the genie. The game unlocks all of the balls, which in this case means 4. I don't know if that's just how many the game can keep track of or how many was actually installed in the game, but you get 4 simultaneous balls. Every time you lose a ball, it just resets itself back in the launcher so you can launch them as fast as possible. Now the goal here is still to hit the gold targets. The more gold targets I hit, the closer the genie's lamp gets to me. If the genie's lamp hits my sword, I cut the lamp in half and win the game. So I've already ruined the suspense, but when I was playing this, man, I'm telling you, I was in a sweat. I was just, you can't do anything but just stare down at the bumpers and try to keep all those balls in play. It's actually pretty frantic, pretty amazing. And then every so often you have to, you know, move your other thumb to the ball launch button and launch a new ball into play. I don't know what happens if all 4 balls exit the playing field, but I assume it just waits until, well, I assume the genie wins, honestly, but it probably just waits until you launch a ball again. Luckily that didn't happen to me. I was able to keep at least 2 or 3 balls in play at all times, so I never lost all of them. And it doesn't show much progression in the screen. I'm getting kind of worried. That lamp's kind of moving back to the genie, back towards me, back to the genie. Oh, here we go. I'm making a lot of progress. Look at that lamp go. I'm almost to it. Yes! Yes! I win! Watch this. The genie explodes. The lamp explodes. I assume I hit it with my sword. Maybe I didn't. The princess gives me a hug. We kiss.
I'm all yours.
And it's really sexy. And then we get 20 million bonus points. And as it counts up our bonus points, we're on our magical flying carpet going from left to right. Now, there's one question this game doesn't answer. If you have a sexy female genie working with you to help rescue the princess, why would you even want to rescue the princess? Why not just stick with the genie? And I was puzzling over that the whole time I was playing this game. So now you might be wondering, well, what happens after you win the game? And the answer is really nothing. The game just starts over from the very beginning. It's like you just started a new game, but your score remains. So it's really not that thrilling. And in fact, if I remember right, I lose this ball pretty quick. I pretty much fail at the new game. Just let it fly out of the playing field. So, but in theory, you could, you know, win multiple times. As long as you have balls left, you can keep playing. You can keep going through the whole set of 7 gems and win the whole game over again. But there. Oh, no, still got it. There it is. Okay. So that happened to be my last ball. So I won it with the last ball I had basically, and I just lost it. So we camped down our lamp bonus, which is quite extensive. Very good. I really love how the bonus counting is themed with the music. I thought that was very clever. Wow, that was wicked. I don't know what time this game was made, but it's at the point in pop culture where people said stuff like that was wicked. So that probably places it in the mid to late 90s, I would assume, but I don't know. I could also be wrong. The styling looks older than that. That was wicked, though. There we go. There's my high score list. Believe it or not, this winning round was not the highest score I've ever done in the game. I've actually had a higher score where I did not win the game, but I ended up getting more bonuses and stuff like that. So there you go. That is the Pinball Arcade on Xbox One. The game is Tales of the Arabian Nights. It's the one I played because it's the only one on the Pinball Arcade that is free and not a paid DLC. But it's a great way to waste a couple hours. If you have an Xbox One, I recommend you give it a go. There's also another pinball game on Xbox One. Believe it or not, Xbox One is a new-gen console, and it has not one but 2 pinball games. It's called Pinball FX2, and I think Pinball FX2 is more oriented towards like imaginary new games than like existing older games that are you know, faithfully simulated like this game. This is a retro game. This is like a nostalgia game. You might remember going to your favorite arcade when you were a kid and playing Tales of the Arabian Nights in a physical table from Williams, but I personally don't, so I just played it as if it was a fresh game. There you go. Blakey Rat, Pinball Wizard. I am the best. Now you know, and I have video evidence to prove it.